Hey boys, welcome back to some more Pucovski 2020 career mode on Cricket 19, and we're going to be continuing on with this 50 over World Cup equivalent. And as you can see, we've we're not doing the best, but it's a long tournament. Obviously, England are dominating South Africa up the top there, but yeah, plenty of chance to get a few wins under the belt here, taking on Pakistan. In what is this, game 4, I guess, game 4. So yeah, hopefully we can hit our straps. Personally it's been pretty solid. I think that our top order, I think overall our team is pretty good. A couple of weird ones, obviously Sayers and Joe Burns are probably the weirdest selections in a 50 over game. Matt Renshaw, a little bit strange, but you got to remember it's a video game, so you're gonna get the odd weird one. But yeah, the Joe Burns, especially with the form he's been in, is obviously a little bit strange. But it's a good team, but our top order has been struggling. I feel like we've been coming in pretty quickly, a little bit too often, which I don't mind. Personally, I'd rather that than coming in with 50 over game batting where we are. We're always going to come in with usually plenty overs left, but I don't mind coming in with with the bowlers being fresh. But I do the batting. Also, the batting lineup is a little bit strange in the fact that Carey is in front of us. I would have thought, Carey in Big Bash and domestic stuff obviously bats high, but in internationals you would expect Carey to be more middle order. Pucovski probably to be opening, but we're coming in number 5. Probably started his career, Pucovski, in the middle order, and yeah, he's I'm making this video after his debut innings for Australia, so it was a good, like I said, it was a handy sort of career mode to start, because obviously Pucovski has got his nod. Cameron Green would have been a good little career mode as well to do, because he's sort of come on and played pretty well at the same time. But Pucovski, he looks good, dude. I gotta be honest. A lot of there's been plenty we almost ran poor on Carey out there. We come in at 3 for 76, chasing 260. Run rate is fine, but the wickets are a little bit iffy. Yasir Shah, always a danger. Always a good threat. The Pakistan, they got some good spinners for sure, so it's gonna be a challenge. But yeah, I was gonna say, there's plenty of times over decades now, there's always a couple of young guys coming through the ranks, and they get talked up, and half the time, or I would say honestly a majority of the time, a lot of guys that get talked up to the extreme don't actually really go on with it. But Pucovski, he's been sort of groomed for international level for a couple of years, even though he's still obviously very young. Being talked up a lot. That he looks like he's got the goods. He's got the runs in first class. He's got big hundreds, double hundreds. So he's been scoring runs there, which is good. It's not just potential. He's actually been getting the runs. And then he had obviously a couple of chances, and chances, they're just terrible drops by Pant. I know the one where you had to run back with the top edge, a little bit tougher, but still not a very tough catch for a keeper, you would think. But the one off Ashwin, no deflection at all, just the faintest little edge. If you don't catch that, I don't know. So he obviously got a couple of chances, but other than that, just very solid. The straight drop, dude, he just looks so solid at the crease, as that is a beautiful shot. We're looking in good form on here as well. So, yeah, we're coming off. Are we coming off the 70 last game? Honestly, I can't remember. The sort of tournament's been all mixed up. I can't remember where we left off. But looking pretty solid here at the minute. Myself and Carey just trying to get into another little partnership. As we'll utilize the sweep. They got a field pretty defensive, but they have left that spots at 45 if he bowls anything straight. I'm pretty comfortable trying to work it down there. But yeah, the solidness of his batting and the straight drives are just beautiful to watch. The on drive especially, it's oh boy, it's good to watch. But yeah, hopefully he can not just be like a one hit wonder, which I really doubt. I think he'll be there for a long time, and I'm sure there's been times in the past where Australian cricketers sort of I feel like they've dropped players and especially openers too quickly at times. Like I don't know, Australian cricket is weird. Like they'll give some guys just too many opportunities. Mitch Marsh comes to mind very quickly. They give some guys just so many opportunities, and then other guys they give very minimal chance, and they might do okay. Sometimes they even do pretty well, and then they get dropped. So I would imagine Pucovski, they'll let him have his crack. Like they're not gonna get rid of Pucovski anytime soon even if he has a few down runs. But right here we get a nice little free hit, which you'll love to see, as this one's on a good length. We try to go down. I mean the timing apparently was good, but a bit of a slow ball. We just we didn't even hit it like 20 meters. That was just an awful shot. I tried to, obviously went for 6, but yeah, they're starting bowling a little bit tighter now. We got off to a nice start, but just getting brought back here. 22-25. I mean, still as good as we need to go. Carey up the other end is just getting into his innings as well. 19 off 28. So just working it off the spinners. Like I said, defensive field. I mean, there's honestly not too many real opportunities for a boundary off the spin, because I mean on the leg side is covered, over mid off potentially, but that's a pretty risky shot on this game. It just, I don't know, very very often trying to go downtown over mid off, you can just sky it straight to the man. As this one just nicely worked again, just picking up the 2. I mean it was a bit mishit, but just working into that big gap. I mean, it's a big boundary out there. They got men patrolling, but anything in that halfway zone should be 2, as long as Carey's in and out nice and quickly. Is again just beautifully played. I mean, that's great batting. I'm impressed with myself with the batting on display here. But yeah, like I was saying, there's not too many chances for the big shot. So it's how we've got to play this innings at the moment. Against the pace, even with a more defensive field, I feel more confident with a big shot paying off. But against the spin defensive field, it's usually too risky to go for the big one, unless it's a big full toss or you can really free your arms. But at the moment, we're just working around, batting beautifully. Knocked off 100, so 3 for 119. 23 overs in. Again, we're on track, and this is a nice partnership forming, and we've got some batting to come. I feel like most of our batters have been underperforming, because obviously, I mean, Carey hasn't scored too many. I think Maxwell's in next. I don't think he's scored too many. And then Stoinis is down the order. He hasn't scored too many, but we've got the talent there, as that one, I mean, off the pace, dude. Nice little boundary, beautifully played. Just just played it nice and late off the outside edge. That's all you need to do. It's as good as any other boundary in the game, dude. That's all you need to look on the score sheet. So 35 of 34, and looking solid. It is honestly, this is one of our more impressive innings, because it has been not tough. Like the pitch is playing nicely, but they're bowling tight lines, good fields. But we're just working it well. It's been a very tidy innings so far. Nothing silly where we're just knocking the runs off. Carey, he's starting to pick it up as well now, 30 off 37. So it's been a very even and split little partnership here. As we're gonna push for 2, but again, on the arm, it's almost impossible. It's the one thing I know they I know they what am I trying to say? When the game first came out, the fielding was ridiculous. Like the fielder's arms, like they would direct hit like constantly. They would throw like absolute missiles in, and they did nerf it a little bit. But it's still a little bit much. I feel like the fielding that's like the biggest leap in a future cricket game that would improve the quality, is just the fielding, because the fielding honestly is like pretty bad. It's pretty bad because, you know, fielders throw with their non-dominant hand and rocket it in. There's no real physics in the fielding. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's just, yeah, the fielding could do with a lot of work, and it would vastly improve the game if they could get the fielding like more realistic. Because I've said this before, but the bowling and batting, beautiful. You know, it could obviously improve as well, but it's pretty good for sure. But the fielding, you know, it is what it is. As we're going to knock off another. So as you can see there, run rate just a tick over 5, and we only need 5 and overs. Oh no. That's quick, dude. I was not expecting that. We've just been facing some pretty gentle spin, gentle medium pace, and then the left armour here just rockets it in around the wicket. That is a quality delivery, and I mean, disappointing to get out, but I've said it before, if you get out to a good ball, then I'm not too disappointed. Disappointing not to get the 50, but this is a good ball. I mean, I couldn't really do too much about it. It was quick. It was very quick, and it sort of just tailed away nicely, as it looks like we've lost. We freaking lost, dude. We lost by 1 run. Oh my goodness. We still had a couple overs to spare too. Chad Sayers and Carey batted well, but not much else, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment. That's a killer right there. I'll see you guys in the next one.